Alright, hey, what's up, guys? I'm gonna do a top 5 on my favorite boss fights. Some of these will be pretty entertaining, and this is all just opinion based, so don't bite my head off. My favorites are a little weird. Right now, I'm about to fight her. I like this boss because she has a very peculiar move set. See how she doesn't strike right away, and she's actually one of the only bosses that can hit me, and actually hit me twice. I'd used up all my flasks getting here. And then, the Rotter is just awesome. He has just that fat ass health bar, and he has that resistance to magic, and it just brings out that boss fight so much longer. And he's one of the only bosses that really damages me really badly. And normally I use up most of my flasks just getting here because I have such a small health bar. Now, this boss is just awesome because you can just cheat him out of all the damage that he could possibly do by hiding in this corner. Now, the only attack that you can't really block is a little beam that he shoots out of his hand, but you use that to your advantage like I am right now. Basically, I'm gonna punish him for his mistake at shooting that at me, so... And then I just love this boss. The whole Bell, the royal agent, protecting the king, even though the king is long gone, honor bound, and he has a very peculiar, I wouldn't say peculiar moveset. It's pretty basic. But he does do some shit that kind of confuses me sometimes. He has an occasional move that he's about to pull off, I think, right about now. Where he, like, stabs me, yeah, right there with his mace. And I was just like, what the fuck? And he tries it again. And I was just like, yeah, that was awesome. It's like the smartest AI I've ever seen. But his smash attacks are easily dodged, and you can just use your immortality frames, your invincibility frames, my bad, in order to just make his attacks rubbish. But also he has this buff right here that buffs him to my my magic. My hexes, all dark magic does less damage because it's buffed to it. And this makes him a little bit more challenging for me. He's not the fastest boss ever, and he pays for it, but he has a very fat health bar on top of that buff, so he gives you a lot of fun gameplay. This will have you, on the edge of your seat, trying not to get hit by that bell. Because, 1 or 2 shots is enough to end you immediately. That slam just does so much damage. But what really does him in is when he tries to cast that hex with his bell. It just really does him in. I get hit right there by one of his slams, and you can just see how much damage that does. And then he tries that hex, and this is the beginning of the end for him. Done. Over. And on to the next boss. By far my favorite boss. You should just know by the front area. Most people don't have that much trouble with him, but spellcasters will definitely have trouble with him. Anybody agility based will have trouble with the Looking Glass Knight. He's just got that weird sword move that your invincibility frames just don't work. Like, the stab was all me, but I'll show you one part where my invincibility frame does not work, and it almost cost me. And how his shield just automatically spell parries, like, that's amazing. And he's gonna bring in an invader here in a second. I'm kind of glad that it was an NPC invader. Alright, he's gonna give me that stab. That stab actually has, instead of 1 damage, move, it has 2. So, it'll really cut into your invincibility frames. And then his slash has 2 moves instead of 1. It counts as 2. Now, if you get hit by it, it won't count for 2 damage. There's this little invader, quickly dropped, but he poses a problem. I got through that first one with the invincibility frames because I was in between 2 of the blocks. Now watch this one. I try to go straight through one, damages me. He tries to do one of his beam things. Those are relatively hard to dodge if you're not far away from them. He tries to hit me with that stab. You have to roll away from that stab or it will damage you. He's just so resistant to spill damage. See how I got right through that one? When they're close together like that, you can't mush your way through before the damage proc gets you. And you're stunned. I don't know if he catches me with this one. Nah. Like, he almost ended me with that combo right there. Last Estus Flask. That stab. I got really lucky to go sideways and avoid that stab. Straight damage right there. But down he goes. Alright guys, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for helping this channel thrive.